Rex, you are in an elevator. Are these like neon lights flashing up as the elevator rises. Currently, the walls are moving as the encasement is made of glass. But there's like metal on the outside, just allowing you to see like this metal chute that the elevator is moving through until all of a sudden it's almost as if you're shot out of like a cannon near the top as all the walls disappear and you are simply in this glass encasement moving through the top of the glass Atlas pyramid. You can see the entire cityscape around you, all of the lights of the buildings nearby, including the gruesome sight of the bank building next door, still encased in this frosted blue iridescent amber. It's been something that for the past week, this city has been kind of functioning around. There are still police and firefighter crews working on this site, trying to break through to the people inside, but they're motionless, frozen, as that building is still half demolished, people frozen mid-air, and it doesn't seem like anyone's been able to make much of a dent. There's like this burrowed hole at the bottom from where rescue has like made some headway, but it's not much for a week. But that is small and growing farther as you rise higher and higher up in this building. You reach the floor intended. 52nd. The doors open and you see this long stretch of hallways. Black marble floor and angular glass walls. There are like little neon strands between each panel of glass as it creates the top of this pyramid. There's still a couple floors above you that you know of, but this is the highest you've been given access. You've been instructed where to go down this hallway. There's some people like kind of bustling. Not as busy as the casino. It's not that cramped. It's sparse up here, but the people you do see look incredibly stressed. As you make your way down to the office that you have been called to, a little nameplate is on this door that is already propped open, that just says Lomond Garcria.
As Rex reaches this door, his hands are in his pockets, as he's been walking very cavalier, and he pulls out a little coin, like pressed, looks like a Roman drachma, and just kind of fiddles with it for a moment, puts it back in his pocket, and then knocks on the door with his foot. His red leather shoes just like almost hissing as they hit the door. You're the man I've been sent to see.
You look inside and ask that as there are a couple people around this desk. A man is sitting there behind addressing papers from different employees and looks up and over at you. He is a larger man, very olive tone skin, bright yellow eyes that when they like blink and flicker turn back to like a natural human blue, but every time he blinks they go back to more of this like cat yellow shimmer. You see that as he is sort of looking over one of the files that's been presented in front of him, a long claw kind of comes out from his nail bed and he like checks something off, and then they go ahead and close that and rush out of the room as he kind of waves some people off. He has like this like very messy and unkempt hair for someone in an office this nice. Like it's very wavy and kind of all over the place. Dark black hair, and he's wearing what probably used to be a really nice 3-piece suit, but it's like, it looks like he may have recently got into an altercation is the best way I could explain it. And he looks over to you and waves you in. I believe
Rex,
it is.
as he sees this man, like, bites his lip, as meeting with someone who looks so disheveled is an insult to him. But he does everything he can. Pleasure. And he walks in.
I hear you're the person to talk to about Cerberon's Gate.
I am Rex Morrison. Pleasure to meet you. You are Mr. Garcia.
He kind of gives like a little nod, confirming that, and pushes a pile of papers towards you on his desk in an extremely frustrated manner. You can tell there's something bothering him. He looks up at you. Atlas interests are not doing well over there, and that makes me look very bad.
Rex starts kind of moving through the papers, looking at them, in a quick glance. He's not spending any time on one or another in particular, and he pauses and goes, "These lights up ahead, you mind turning them down just a bit? Not really a fan of fluorescent."
You say that, and he like hits a button on the desk that does turn off the lights, and it's kind of this cool effect being in this like very glass building. The second you turn off the lights in there, it feels like you're kind of floating at the top of this cityscape a little bit. In like the because it's all see-through, and with the lights from the interior off, all you get is the lighting around you. So it's kind of like you guys are just standing in this office at the top of the world.
Rex removes his glasses, and you see his black eyes as he's looking through these papers once again. It seems like your entire all of Atlas is having issues. And he kind of gestures over to the building encrusted in ice.
Lomond glances over at that kind of with a lackadaisical expression and sort of just goes, "Not my department."
Well,
this is, and he like just takes a finger and very like abruptly places it over those papers. Looking over the documents, you see that his name is essentially CC'd to the top of a lot of these things. His direct job, from what you gather, is he is in charge of Atlas's interests at Cerberon's Gate. So anything involving the casino that negatively affects Atlas is completely on him. Granted, everything that Atlas gains from the casino also is on him. So currently, a lot of this stuff has to do with the fact that the big shipment got stolen, essentially. Atlas shipments continue to be stolen that run through Cerberon's Gate. Essentially, anything that was scheduled after the heist has been an issue. They're looking for logistics to pull out their Atlas operation from Cerberon's Gate. That would do kind of terrible things for the casino. That's a lot of their funding. Cerberon's Gate runs on the fact that they're this third party that can kind of get away with a lot more than like the big corporation in the city, but also other organizations. Like, it's a safe haven for nefarious business. If Atlas has to pull all of their illegal operations out of Cerberon's Gate, that's going to look terrible for Cerberon's Gate, and other people are probably also going to follow suit. You know, it's like the biggest company in town not backing them anymore. So that would affect Rex however you see fit. But it also seems like this guy's job is on the line if that happens, because if Atlas is not involved in Cerberon's Gate anymore, they sure as hell don't need a manager who manages the interests that run through there anymore.
Tell me, Mr. Garcia. Well, let me ask you this. How can I assist you? I am the man to be speaking with, but I'm not the man in charge. Neither seem are you.
I'm thinking there might be reason to reevaluate who's in charge.
I think Rex gives a smile and then kind of shakes it off his face. So, what did you have in mind to ensure that our shared interests are no longer impacted?
I need proof that takes all this nasty circumstance that went down off of me and puts it on the person who should be in trouble, which is Sin.
I mean, I'm not one to go and cause issue with any above me, you know. I'm not one to squeal but you can just look at the numbers. When I was in charge of the pit, when Sin was in his little realm, not causing any issues, this didn't happen. Sin took over that day. In fact, I'm supposed to be terminated. Thankfully, we've gotten all that worked out, but just to think what would have happened if I wasn't here, if I wasn't still a part of Cerberon's Gate, if I wasn't still in my role. You may be losing even more. We brought in 13 million credits when I was in charge in a single quarter. Now it's 10% of that, if we're lucky. So all I can say, look at the numbers.
Numbers are impressive and they do speak for themselves. But my higher-ups are looking for a fall person. All this business with the Serena, right now it looks like it's my fault. Because we acted on false information we got from the casino. I need proof of either Sin's involvement in trying to hurt Atlas, or something else that makes him worthy of replacement. Not just money, because ultimately, how the casino performs isn't the only factor. The people want blood, and we need to give them someone. If it isn't Sin, it's gonna be somebody else.
Understand. Well, let's ensure we make someone bleed.
You see that as you guys are having this conversation, especially when he said, like, if it's not gonna be Sin, it's gonna be somebody else. He, like, reaches up to his collar and adjusts it, and you see there is, like, sweat trickling down as... It's pretty obvious. If he can't shift this blame onto someone else, he's the one who's going down for it. And being fired from Atlas isn't just like you get kind of fired from the company. People at this level have secrets that Atlas does not intend to get out. So if you don't work for Atlas, there's a good chance you don't end up existing anymore. So as you guys have this conversation, he kind of leans forward and hands you a little device. It's essentially like a USB drive, but a little bit more compact. It looks like just like this cube with lines cut into it that are like this bright green. And he pushes that towards you. You should have everything you need on here.
I appreciate it. Before I bid farewell and take my leave, I would love to have the opportunity to, well, I was gonna say meet your boss, but I figure one step at a time. Prefer to ensure that you and I have a successful working relationship before we go any higher.
Maybe next time then, Mr. Lawson.
Maybe next time. And Rex is gonna take the papers. And before, like, you mind if I take these? Ensure that I can know everything I'm looking at, and make sure that, well, I have all the resources at my disposal to assist you.
You ask that, and he kind of hesitates for a moment. All of that information should be on the cube. We don't really let physical documents out of the building. You see that there's like a shredder by the door that's like packed to the brim.
Very well. Can I, in like glancing through, is there anything that I would have picked up? Anything that I would have noticed that I can start to run with?
Yeah, sure. Give me, I guess, like a roll to interpret the data. If you have anything you think could apply to that, let me know.
Not really.
We'll say DC 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm rolling a 10.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a 1.
Okay. You see that they're like most of it is structured like what you would expect from a like an internal company memo. You are looking at the borders of the page. Something like catches your eye that's kind of off. And you notice like they have like this kind of like nice company header that goes like around the top, and then like this like black border that kind of goes, has like a little bit of branding on it, right? You notice that it's like, it should be like these black solid chunks. There seems to be something like black printed on black that's like words. Like it's really hard to see, But with the lighting dimmed and with your glasses off, like there's just little nuances that you can catch that other people probably couldn't. It kind of just looks like computer code. I don't know that Rex has much of like a background in that, but you know some people who do. And yeah, you're kind of looking at it, and there's like this strange sort of computer code that's printed on there. Yeah. Makes no sense.
Okay.
And then just like insight as to like reading the documents to like maybe get some other things besides that this guy's job is on the line. There is discussion about something called, let me double check. Project Rootcast. It's only like 2 sentences in all of these documents, but it talks about Project Rootcast is gonna have to be shifted and delayed because of the shipping issues with Amber. Essentially like just moving like a date. You know, a project was supposed to be finalized by this date. They moved it back by like 6 months. But it's only been like a little bit. It seems like they pushed it back way more than you would expect given the issues with the Amber currently. Like, it's almost like they're predicting they're not going to be able to fix this anytime soon. And yeah, there's just some other project besides like Amber distribution that's being affected by all this. It was like the best thing I could say. I think that's everything you would get from these documents, but damn, a 1, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rex, it's been a pleasure, Mr. Garcia. And he's just going to take a step back into shadow within this room, and Garcia just sees him disappear. There's not a single step or anything. He's just gone.
So dramatic.
So dramatic.
Like Homer Simpson in the bush.
Yeah.
Dramatic.
Okay, just so have you guys decided what Nevis and Rex's big fun day is?
Nevis is going to follow Rex's lead.
So Rex leaves the Atlas building and goes down to the curb where his driver is waiting for him.
Is this Panic?
No, it's Chiron.
Oh, okay. Chiron,
we gotta go pick up Kitty.
He rolls down like the driver's side window, and you all see, the audience sees this creature, because I don't know that I would call it a man, is wearing like at first it looks like heavy robes, but it actually is their body is like made of this fabric, because inside there isn't anything under the hood. It's just darkness and abyss. And yeah, they're kind of like a creature made of folded fabric, who just kind of looks over and up at you, Rex, and nods, and then slowly raises the window back up, ready to drive you over to Nevis's.
And Rex just sends a quick text to Nevis. Casino now. Outside 5 minutes.
Nevis, where are you as you get this message?
Okay, first she sends like a like fireworks emojis, just really excited, happy emojis. Casino. She is currently getting dressed. She is all like, well, she's going through her. What time of day is it? By the way.
I would say this is evening because I was describing,
Okay.
at the top of the.
So she's doing
with like
she's doing her
lights.
evening routine where she changes from her daytime clothes to her night clothes, whatever that looks like. And she's like carefully checking the windows and sort of walks over to her front door, peeks her head out with the chain still on, and like peeks through the door. Anything interesting?
Like in the hallway.
Yeah.
Give me like a perception check.
You don't get your texts either because your iPad's broken. So you didn't
She
get
got a new one. She got a new one.
I would assume she bought a new
She got
one.
a new
at
one.
this
So
point.
did you
Yeah.
get the there's a bird watching from
I think we said that Rex told her. I think that's what we
Yeah.
came up
Yeah.
with.
Okay, gotcha.
What was the DC? I got a 5.
Looking outside, you don't really see anything. Just looks like the hallway. You see the camera that you were told about still there.
So is Rex picking her up downstairs?
Sounds
Okay.
like, yeah.
Yep.
So then she would just make her way, make sure everything's locked up, everything looks clear. She makes her way down.
Okay. Y'all pull up. I assume you get in the car. Head over to Cerberon's gate. If you guys want to have a conversation in the car on your way there, go for that.
Had an interesting meeting with Atlas today.
Oh, really? How'd it go? With who?
Some nobody who won't be there for long.
Oh, that's exciting. What makes you say that?
Well, yeah, had a look about him. One of those fear running through him.
He seems scared.
Oh, far more than scared. Far more. No. He seemed terrified. And I live for terrified.
And you know I do too. That's kind of exciting though. So, yeah. Some nobody. You terrified the pants off of them. That's exciting.
I need a favor from you, Kitty.
Anything?
We need to ensure that Sin falls. Makes more of a mess of this than he already has. They want someone to blame, and I'm sure to put his head on a platter. He's already bringing himself to butcher with the way he's handling the casino, but I need you to ensure that it comes to me next.
I think we can arrange that if we all know how incredibly capable you are and how kind of boring Sin is. I don't get their deal. But you, at the top of all of this, we can... Why shouldn't we watch it all crumble? You know?
Precisely. Build our empire from the crumbling bits, from the rubble that remains. So I want you to have a good time at the casino.
And I will. Although... Darling, I know that I don't necessarily care about the havoc that was caused, but I don't know if I'd be allowed in. I don't know if I should go.
Got. So you see us walking in, almost owning the place. Well, how about instead of going to the casino, we get you looking proper for your future role.
My
Let's
role.
go.
That's
Well,
exciting.
King's gonna need a queen, is he not?
I think so. I mean, just a thought. What if we did that? Hear me out, right? The idea of a terrified nobody. What if we also found time to terrify them a bit more?
Kitty. What do you have in mind?
Well, I don't know. What if I don't really know what you did, but the idea of messing with Sin and messing with this nobody is really exciting.
Let's show him what we got.
Okay.
As you two ponder on how to torture this person and get rid of Sin,
My gosh.
We are not the good guys.
Nope. No.
we're gonna go over to the rest of the crew who is getting ready for this meeting with the higher ups of the resistance. Jaznah, Cian, and Mags. What are y'all planning to do? Run it by me. So what is the game plan? Is everyone walking into this meeting? Are you doing different things?
Well,
I just want to know like what's happening.
could I actually, so Cian is gonna wake up from a deep sleep.
Sure.
So I'm gonna need our lovely Jenel to roll for me.
Okay, here we go.
See if I'm gonna be late.
Oh, I don't know why I'm rolling this. What die do I roll for this?
D10?
D10.
Okay, I rolled a D20 and it wasn't good. So
Oh,
17.
I'm never waking up.
it was 17. That's creepy, Gloria. That's scary as shit.
It's because we're actually siblings in real life.
That's
such a random number. Okay. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Okay.
I mean,
sorry.
oh, wow.
What are tomorrow's lottery numbers? Go.
It's a 10.
16, 22. Oh.
well, then it looks like I'm gonna be late for the meeting.
Oh, that's fun. That gives me a chance to add this in. 1 second.
Which means I would like somebody random to roll me a d4.
Me.
I'm introducing a new mechanic for myself.
4.
Sick. Thank you.
What does that mean? I'm excited.
You'll find out. It'll be
Oh,
it's a choice between 4 different Cian dispositions
Yeah.
for
They're
when
very good.
he wakes up. So
Ooh.
I have
yeah.
2 more. And you picked one of the new ones.
Yay. This is fun and exciting. I love this. I love this game. Everybody play Sagas. This is a new mechanic that
Okay, here.
On created, but play Sagas.
Do it.
Cian,
Correct.
as you're
I'm sorry.
couldn't
I was
compose myself.
talking so loud.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, I was talking to my cat.
Oh.
She's on my lap.
All right.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh.
I have makeup on. Stop it.
Everybody compose yourself, I say to myself. Cian, you are deep in sleep.
Mm.
The alarm going off that was to tell you the resistance meeting is coming up soon is this like blaring background to the dream you are so zoned into right now. Ink drips down from the corners of your vision. It's almost as if it's on you, but it's more like there's like
There
this
we go.
layer. Oh,
Sorry, I forgot my microphone was still.
oh no worries. Okay, so there's ink dripping down in like the peripherals of your vision. In front of you, you see out of this ink forms a dog, and it's burying a bone desperately, trying to hide something beneath the ground. You see it then reshapes into what appears to be just the outline of a multifaceted diamond that begins to crack and shatter through its center and then turn into an obsidian stone. Next, you see the ink swirls into two different creatures. A stag and a bull that face off, horns down, aimed at each other. And as they both charge, about to collide, they instead drift into just ink blots that merge and then sink into the ground. Until you eventually come to a solid 45 minutes after you were supposed to wake up.
I'm so excited for people to find out what all this means, because this is so cool. I'm so excited. Cian wakes up, just still kind of drowsy, looks at their phone. Oh, my alarm is still going off. Oh, I should turn that off. Turns it off, and then gets up, gets dressed, and starts heading out. But while they're headed out, they've got not the journal that allows them to see things, but like their own separate journal, and is writing down the dream that occurred.
Yep, you scribble that down, and I think as that happens, I'm going to give you a little bit of a difficult role play thing here.
Okay.
You have the one active persona of Cian right now from your mechanics. What do you think the other three are saying to you in your mind right now?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I love doing this. One of my favorite things as a GM is playing multiple NPCs talking to each other.
Here you go, as a player.
Okay. Okay, but no, that's not what that's supposed to look like. Can you like draw it this way? Okay, well, first of all, it doesn't matter what anybody looks like or anything looks like. It's just ink on a page. Look, ink on the page is just ink on a page. I mean, that's not supposed to be profound or anything. I don't know. Okay, everybody, please. We're all the same person, just with different accents, you know, whatever. Wait, we've never, do I have an internal monologue now? That's new. Yes, it's very new and it's very exciting. I mean, it's a little exciting, but it's like, whatever, I guess. But you know, you do you till the sun goes down or whatever. Okay, maybe we should go back to sleep. Do we have to get to the meeting? I don't know if we have to get to the meeting.
As you say that, I think in your mind, it starts off as these like neural connections, right? And it's almost like different parts of your mind glow with a different color as these different personas sort of interact with each other in a way that normally doesn't happen, right? When you have one persona that's in charge, that's just what's happening for the day. But they're becoming more separate slowly. Similar to how Sin's personas are separate. And I think in your mind you feel like this icy chill as that like frozen tree is back, and you feel your neural connections to these different personas becoming this way because there is like this frozen root system now connecting them.
That's cute, giggling to themselves going down the hallway. This could be some new possibilities, maybe? Huh. We'll have to discover that later.
Jaznah and Mags, what are y'all up to? As I assume you guys maybe like found somewhere to meet before the meeting, to go over what y'all are gonna do. Cian is late. In the meantime, what are you two discussing?
Mostly trying to come up with a plan. And Mags is occasionally tapping something on this little chain and typing things out, like everyone doesn't immediately turn off notifications on text messages and everything, and thinks that incessant chirping will wake the person up, you know. Bring, bring, bring.
I think Jaznah's probably like pacing around, going through the information in her head and like mumbling to herself, kind of like waiting to hear back from Cian and like what's going on. And is just like, okay, so do they know anything about this? What happened to that building? Like, what is their next plan? Do you think there's anything else we need to ask them, Mags?
I had human go through and found one of the labs where they were experimenting. There was another raven, all big and coated in the same kind of ice, but there were vitals still there, as if the thing is still alive. I don't remember if I pulled the geolocation from it, but it was close to where the old world tree was, right?
Yeah, the resistance hideout in general is pretty close to the territory where the old world tree was. That's like the cat neighborhoods. Let me pull up the map so I don't butcher this. Yeah, so like right around the people of the Phoenix, Afinda, there's like this tributary where the Five Rulers River kind of splits up, and that is where like the original place for like the production tree was. Since then, it was kind of removed by Atlas hundreds of years ago and transported to what eventually became the Atlas Pyramid. And that's also kind of like underground there in the city is where the Resistance headquarters are. So that's where your Raven got information, and that's also where Jaznah has been staying for the last couple months. Mags, I have a question.
Yeah.
What do you think Mags has been trying to look into most recently?
Looking into most recently, probably would have gotten interested by the other party that's been taking recordings and information from the casino and gone to snoop on them a little bit. Any of the usual
Okay.
like lures, honeypots of information, that sort of thing.
Give me a hacking roll.
Okay. I forgot to pull up my character sheet. What would be the roll a D8, right?
I believe so. I believe your hacking dice.
Yeah.
Why are y'all laughing?
The group chat that you're telling us to use.
Oh Christ!
The text group chat with our characters.
All
Oh
Aunt
my
said was, I'm
God.
Cian, and it made me laugh because
It was good.
it was so good. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm so excited for chat to read these.
I'm just gonna have them going off like,
Honestly, you really should.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 3.
Okay. 3 is a great number for this because you notice that there are actually 3 people who have sort of... Sorry. 2 people have noticed your backdoor into Cerberon's gate systems. 3 people have been monitoring the systems themselves. So... I think the first one you see is like from Rex's personal office computer that they've kind of pinged where you've accessed the system a couple of times. Simply like just opening it up and looking at it, right? Jacob, I don't want to speak for you, but I assume
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
wouldn't have messed with anything.
Correct.
Okay. You also see that the Serena also appear to have their own backdoor hook in here through some other means, but you're able to recognize it based on the fact that it's like the same type of coding language that you saw on Nevis's I keep wanting to say iPad, but
Data pad.
yeah, on Nevis's datapad that got destroyed. So you can like recognize the same hacking, right? But they haven't noticed you. You so far you've only noticed them. The third one is really interesting. First of all, it's in a coding language you don't know and have never seen before. It's almost like the code... You know when, back in the early aughts, when people would use typing to, like, draw pictures? Right?
ASCII art.
Really aging myself here. So, it's almost like it's a code where what the shape of it looks like is just as important as the words being used.
Yay, ARG.
So it almost looks like, so as something is coded in, like for instance, it says input into Cerberon's gate, it actually also has like a line or connecting vine that is drawn in the code down to where it's actually getting certain information out of their systems, which makes it really easy to kind of follow what it's saying, right? Because it kind of, not just wording wise, but visually points you in the direction of where to get things. But it's interesting because you've never seen code that does this before. There's certain syntax that's been changed out from what you're familiar with. And as with a 3 looking into it, you can tell it's coming from Atlas. You know, you've seen enough Atlas code to know which, like kind of like cell tower pings essentially. Like this is drawing from, so you know it's coming from somewhere in main Atlas HQ. But it's not using like what their programmers usually use, so that's kind of odd. And as you're looking at this, you kind of, I think, like, put a monitor on it. Would that be safe to say?
Mhm.
And kind of just have that tracking. You guys can go back to the conversation with Jaznah.
Okay. Yeah. So we want to know why they're experimenting with it, and personally, I'm curious where they got all the subjects.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Mm.
Did someone say subjects?
Cian, you made it!
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, but did you sleep well?
I think so.
Okay. Alright.
But yeah, this is my new voice for today.
Is there anything off about Cian? More than usual, I mean.
More than usual.
Visually, I don't think there would be.
Okay. So, nothing like that yet.
I mean, they still have, you know, the green that was on their face before.
Is it subsided? Is it still kind of like a faint line?
It's hard to see. It's more like there's this like glow coming through her skin because it's under a lot of makeup to try and cover it. So it's kind of like maybe it's a bruise. Maybe it's from this.
Mags, you could make like a perception check if you want to try and see based on the makeup if it's spreading or not, essentially. If you want.
I am glad I have keen sense vision. Not keen enough. 5.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's kind of hard to tell. You probably aren't able to notice anything.
Why are you that close to me?
Oh, hi.
I just go, you're positively glowing today.
Thank you. I think.
Are we all going together, or
Yeah.
do you need someone to snoop?
Just
I volunteer.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's a really good idea. You know, Cian and I could go to the meeting if you wanted to snoop around.
Yeah, you do the snoops. I'm really, really tall, so like that probably wouldn't be a good thing for me to do because I take up space and stuff. So yeah.
Let's hope it goes well then. Is there any? Describe one of your fellow members, or even like one of the scientists,
Fellow
the
kid.
people behind the closed doors that you saw.
Can Jaznah describe them to Max?
Yeah, I'll allow you to you can make up an NPC of who you saw. And then I can also give you the physical descriptions for the other 2 people in charge. Actually, Jacob, do you mind if I send over the what I have of Vylerin so far?
Yeah, I can send you a
My
send it over.
notebook, and it just says what wounds.
accidental Renaissance painting.
I had one that was, holy shit, this player character is role-playing, and then crossed out right under it, holy shit, it's a trap.
That's good.
Yeah, feel free to describe someone if it's another a bird like yourself.
Yeah, I think it was two other people of the Phoenix. One that was like a raven, and another one like a hummingbird. And their names were Tano is the raven, and Anise is the hummingbird. Like star
Anise,
anise, the
I
spice.
bet.
Okay. Well then, you're actually making it relatively simple for me. And instead of
And since we're in the resistance place, I could give Mags info on like, here's where the security room is, here's how to get to where that research area was.
are we on our way or inside? Because if we're inside, I'm looking for cameras and
Yeah,
ducking behind a corner.
I assume you guys wouldn't meet in there.
Yeah.
Ahead of time,
you'd
but
probably
correct me if I'm
meet at
wrong.
my place. That's probably
Like
very
above.
near. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like adjacent or like connected to it.
Yeah, I would say there's like probably like a connecting like apartment complex that's like on the surface level, and this
Mhm.
all the resistance stuff is like in the abandoned subways underneath and railways
Yeah.
underneath.
Okay.
So I could tell Mags like, okay, I could probably describe at least basically what the security system is. Here's where the cameras are.
Okay.
Stuff like
Well,
that.
Are you guys doing this from like memory, or are you making like a map of it?
I would get Jaznah, I would give the information to Mags from memory, and then they can record it or not record it however they wish.
yeah.
Mags, how do you want to do this? Do you want to record the information, or do you want to like draw out a digital blueprint essentially?
Probably going to have a digital blueprint because it's a little easier for me to keep track of.
Okay, cool. That'll be fun for me to make.
That way it's also not playing over one of my eyes and looking funny. But as they describe the Raven scientist, the human visage starts to shift and darken. There's like they have a hood up initially, but you see like feathers and a beak shift out of this flurry of black feathers and everything, and looks up and goes, like this?
Yes, exactly like that. That's it. That is uncanny. That is. He got his eyes right too. That's so weird.
Oh, you have no idea.
But
Told
the
you.
voice isn't right. Mm-mm.
Um,
What are you guys
What-
talking about? I zoned out.
turns around, looks at Cian, goes, how do I look?
I don't know what you want me to say. Good? Bad? Super great? Super bad? Totally what you should look like.
Do they still look like Mags? Would you recognize them?
Probably not.
Okay, good. Awesome.
Like, I know who you are, but like,
Awesome. So,
Okay. Was their
Cian
voice?
and I... Mhm.
I'll make something up for their voice, I guess. And you've seen like the X-Men movies, like Mystique as the camouflage shifts and the clothes. The same thing happens with what Mags is wearing, and it's much more of like a researcher's coat cobbled together from that and what my bird has recorded. So
You look
I
exactly
look like
the visage.
researcher.
What was the name of the raven again?
Tano?
Tano? Okay, I'm just writing this down in your area so I don't forget.
Oop.
Okay. Right. So, just so I understand clearly, Jaznah and Cian are gonna go crash this meeting. Mags as Tano is gonna go wander around.
Basically look acting like I belong there to go look for towards the research area.
Okay. Then I am gonna go with Jaznah and Cian first as y'all draw closer to this meeting time, and I assume head off to that.
Yep.
Table Talk is not your typical D&D TTRPG podcast. We are not here to run you through our whole campaign.
We're here to talk about everything else in the space of tabletop roleplay.
I'm your host, Alejandra Wilhelm,
And I'm also your host, Mariah Gresham.
and we're your tabletop roleplay girlies.
You sell dice? I'll take like 10 of them. My budget's set to $50,000, but that is dwindling. Each booth I hit $200 is a minimum. Bag isn't empty, filled with games, I'm never playing them.
I must be Jenny V, all the brand deals that I'm rolling in. You can call me Dr. Meeple, cause I got many men invested in this hobby. Next con, you know I will attend. VIP access badge, cause I influence me. Go cast wish. You could never ever rock a con like this. Crit like me. Go cast wish. You could never ever 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 rock a con like this.
Dear Rainier, greetings. I trust this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. Word has reached my keen ears that you are in pursuit of a most intriguing endeavor, venturing into the perilous realms of the Nine Hells. Well, my dear friend, fate has a curious way of bringing like-minded individuals together, for I find myself harboring a new, similar ambition. You see, I have come into possession of a most extraordinary journal, a tome brimming with insights and secrets, concentrating on the Nine Hells, gifted to me by the legendary spell spinner himself, Mordenkainen. After a bit of persuading from dear Elminster, however, as the saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1. And in this case, 2 ruggedly handsome rogues are infinitely better than a solitary researcher. Now, the proposition I lay before you is simple yet profound. Would you be inclined to join forces with me on this daring expedition? I believe that our combined knowledge, skills, and maybe a band of intrepid adventurers could make this journey not only possible, but perhaps even successful. The contents of the journal are as tantalizing as a freshly brewed potion, but I must confess that navigating the treacherous landscapes of the Nine Hells requires more than scholarly acumen. It demands bravery, resourcefulness, and a fellowship forged in the crucible of adversity. Picture it, Rainier. An alliance between 2 indomitable spirits, backed by a cadre of brave souls drawn to the allure of the unknown. Together we shall unravel the mysteries of the Nine Hells and emerge victorious, our names etched in tomes of history, and sold under my name, of course. I eagerly await your response, and should you agree to embark on this extraordinary journey with me, let us meet at a place of your choosing to discuss the finer details. Yours in anticipation, Volothamp Gadam.
My dearest Volo, long has it been since I've had the pleasure of your letters. A mistake I prayed we would not make again. My past has been weighing on me, and a trip to the hills is a wink from the gods if I ever saw one. Of course, I'll agree to nothing I don't hear proposed with your own tongue, Volo. Traversing a landscape of contracts and legal pitfalls, with a man so eager to sign his name on anything that's offered. That sounds like a crackerjack riot to me. I have recently partnered with 2 agents that shadow me in my adventures. One is a paladin with a capital D, likes to spit in the face of kings, but is also stiff for the rulers. The other is much more dangerous, for she has sway with whomever she meets, and I cannot help but swim in the silver pools of her influence. They should be perfectly suited for going to hell. A place of my choosing, If left to my druthers, I shall always be of a mind to suggest our old haunt. Meet me in the dark vault of Waterdeep, seated in our corner of the skewered dragon. Drinks are on you, Renee.
You follow the paths that you usually do to get down into the Resistance HQ below the apartment complex. It is this very clearly old rail system from like the very founding of this world, essentially, that has been repurposed in this way. And it's kind of like how when you're in like a really old subway system, you can see like there's the newer things on top, but there are still cracks through to the old. And so as you guys are like making your way through here, you can see like those cracks in the foundation where you see like the layers of history behind it. You make your way over to one of the larger congregation rooms in here. You see that you're getting here just like as the meeting is beginning, so people are kind of like filing into this room, and I assume you guys just kind of like go in with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like there are about like 30 other people in here. Some are like sitting down in the back. You see that there is a woman like up at the front here as everyone's kind of like filing in through the door. She's kind of standing off to the side, pacing a little bit. She is wearing like a roughed up military uniform, like large jacket that's like green. It has like, you know, some decoration on the shoulders. She has this hair, more like Medusa-esque snakes that spiral out. They're like purple and orange scaled, and they all kind of move on their own, but they're all like tangled up. She has these like very bright orange sunglasses that are like little circles that sit on the very tip of her nose and are kind of like angled down as she is pacing back and forth. And Jaznah, you would know this individual as Commander Valerian. Yeah, so as you guys like file in, where are you going in this room currently?
Is it like a forum type thing and we're all sitting around these people that are going to be talking?
There's like this large table in the middle. It kind of looks like this room is generally used for smaller meetings, like 10 people. It's almost like they're packing more people into this meeting than we're supposed to be given recent events.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily like there's like a podium or something like that. It's just a regular room with a large table in the middle. But Valerian is like off near one side of it, like kind of getting ready to give some sort of talk or presentation, and everyone else is kind of like filing into the opposite side of the table. So it's almost like the table's acting as this like divide in the room between people listening and people talking.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I would try to go like off to the side, but close to the speakers as well.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So you're okay. Cian, are you following Jaznah, or are you kind of doing your own thing? Okay, then you two file off. Give me like stealth rolls for both of you.
I get to use my new dice. They're giant, and they have kitties on them that make up the numbers.
This isn't sneak, right?
I would say it's sneak.
Okay.
You're essentially in a meeting you weren't invited to, so.
2.
Okay. What'd Cian get?
4.
Amazing. Yeah, you two sneak off into the little side of this. Jaznah, you blend in with everyone. Yeah, pull up your hood. Just as, you know, being around these people for as long as you have, you're kind of very easy to fade into everyone and keep to yourself in this moment. Cian, it's a little bit more difficult for you as this is your first time being down here, so you're kind of like getting used to how everyone acts and navigates. I think as you two like kind of get set up, Cian, there is a smaller individual off to the side who kind of appears out of nowhere. They are like a short avian phoenix person. They have bright yellow feathers that go like in a mohawk fashion down the back of their head. And then out from the sides of their cheeks are feathers that are orange and black striped. They have poofy wings that are a bright crimson red and very, very tiny circular eyes. And a very small beak as they just kind of appear next to you, like weirdly too close. And then as like everything's getting a little settled, they kind of like poof up their feathers and look over it at you.
I'm gonna poof up my wings.
Ooh. Those are interesting.
So are yours.
Oh, thank you. And they poof them up even more. You seem new.
Yeah.
New recruit.
Mm-hmm.
What brought you to us?
Jaznah.
Yes. Yeah. I know who this is.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Kaylin, meet my friend Cian. We've known each other for some time, and they are now very interested in our cause.
Mm-hmm.
Given the recent misfortune, I assume.
Yes.
Definitely expedited my reasoning.
I hope no one you knew was involved.
No.
Oh, fortunate.
Yeah.
You see that their brow kind of like furrows, and their feathers like poof down a little bit as they give like a very solemn nod.
Did you know someone?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh.
Yes, I did.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, well, we will be getting to the bottom of it. And he kind of like poofs up and has a very determined stare over at the commander as they seem to be getting ready to address everyone.
Does the stare look like... Yeah, what's the mood of the stare?
Give me like an insight check. Do you have any bonuses to like reading people or something?
No.
Okay. What'd you get?
7.
It's kind of hard to place. Kaylin is very difficult to read. They're an older phoenix, probably one of the oldest that you know of. But yeah, with a 6,
Considered elderly. I'm just wanting to know if I need to flirt with them and fall in love.
I mean, you follow your heart. You do whatever you want. Birds have long lives.
So I need to know how close to death they are.
I mean, none of the Phoenix
meeting.
are, because all the Phoenix come back. So yeah, you're fine. That's like their whole jam. They don't die.
Yeah, they're single, but they're old. It's
They'll refire themselves.
You want to take care of a baby bird?
No.
That's hilarious reasoning. Yeah, I think the only thing you can get from that stare is that there's some sort of potential disagreement between Valerian and Kaylin, maybe, but once again, very hard to read because they're just good at masking their emotions. Valerian does address everyone. Goes, all right, settle down. So, there's been a breach, it would seem. And as they like very casually say that, there's kind of like a little bit of an uproar from everyone. And
What do you mean a breach? It would seem?
They put up their hands. For the record, I did not give the word to do that. And you see that there is a person off to the side, like a robinkin, so you know, like bright red feathers, like bright blue feathers, like a robin. They kind of pipe up and goes,
The initiation sequence did not originate from us for the bomb.
Where did it come from?
We're trying to figure that out. And you see that they kind of pull up this hologram that shows like the resistance like computer systems. And it's kind of like, you know, this fancy sci-fi tech that's like swirling around, but you guys see that there's like a red area that's kind of highlighted on it. It would seem someone faked giving our system access to it. Someone wants it to look like we did this. Pretty smart, given we're the only ones who have this technology that I know of currently. I
don't know what's the technology.
The frozen, how the building froze up.
Okay.
We are looking into who this was, but it's nothing I've seen before. Well, nothing they've seen before. And she motions over to the Robin, who looks up and goes,
This isn't anything we've ever encountered before. It's possible that maybe the Serena got into our system given their recent altercations with Atlas, but it doesn't super look like them. We're not sure. I mean,
he goes to like continue until Valerian like cuts him off. This only pushes our schedule up by a little bit, as we did want this to go off on Atlas, not the building next to it. But here we are. So, ideas for cleanup. Does anyone have anything? And you see that Kaylin kind of bristles a little bit at this. And Jaznah, give me a roll to kind of determine your comfortability with this NPC. They're like one of the leaders of the Phoenix, so Jaznah would have been working with them specifically because you're kind of like being prepped essentially to take over. So
Raises their hand too.
Cian's raising their hand? Okay.
For after this.
Jaznah, give me the roll for like if you have like anything that's like a persuasion kind of thing. Or inspiring. Just to give me an idea of like where the comfortability is with this person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I rolled a 10.
Okay. You see that they bristle and they're about to kind of say something when they like very quickly look over at you, Jaznah, and then keep their beak shut. Cian, you're just raising your hand. You see that a couple people turn to look at you as Commander Valerian like kind of ruffles her eyebrows, her scales like kind of scrunch up. She goes, yes, who are you?
I'm Cian. I'm a new recruit, but I like research science and like those types of things. I've been studying Amber for a long time. So I think I could help research ways to help clean it up, and I'd like to volunteer.
Okay, well, that would be your job. And Robin looks over at you and goes,
we could talk about your qualifications after the meeting if you want.
Okay.
Okay, great. I could definitely use some help.
And you see that there's like a brief moment of existential dread on their face. Before Valerian kind of goes back, and they start kind of coming up with how the resistance is going to be reacting to everything that's happened. Obviously, there seems to be some Atlas, like Atlas has always had an antagonistic relationship with the Resistance for very obvious reasons. The entire point of the Resistance is to get rid of Atlas. Those issues have become way worse in the last week, way more violent. So they're kind of talking about how they're going to amp up their military front, essentially. They're also trying to figure out who got into their system and made this attack, to see, is this a group that was trying to hurt Atlas? Is this a group that was trying to make the relationship between the Resistance and Atlas more antagonistic? So they're not sure what the motive was of the breach. And so it's kind of like the meeting is focusing on those two topics, like what they're doing like physical assault wise, and who is researching and finding out what the fuck actually happened. Is there anything that y'all want to specifically do as they are speaking about these things? Okay.
You mentioned... You said you wanted to target the Atlas building anyways. Are there other targets that we have?
You see that Valerian clocks you, and there is this brief moment of like confusion as they, I think, don't remember inviting you to the meeting, but you're here and they're not going to question that in front of everyone, as there are more eyes here than were originally going to be anyways. But there's like this moment of hesitation before they answer and switch up the hologram in front of you that does show like a military plan of like other targets, one of which was the Atlas building. Areas that you see on here that you would recognize would be You see that there is a target in Eleuthera, so like right at the entrance into the Red Line district, essentially. There is a target at Crossing. There is obviously the Atlas Pyramid near Atlas. There is a target in Far City, and a target. No, the other ones wouldn't have targets. So yeah, those are the three. So Crossing, Eleuthera, Atlas, Far City are the four targets.
Okay. Have you thought of striking the Amber mine itself?
I think at that, a lot of people kind of grew quiet.
Well, we don't want to get rid of the amber.
Like the Robin kind of perks up. Exactly. We don't want to destroy the amber mines. We just need to get Atlas's control off of them. Obviously, give people free access to do what they will, but it shouldn't be controlled by this organization.
Shouldn't be controlled by anyone.
No, of course not. That's why we want to get rid of Atlas.
Yeah.
Regulated, though. It can be made
That's
into
control.
some very dangerous things. And if that were just in the hands of just anybody, that could be real bad.
Can we target the shipping lines?
Well, that's what we have been doing. And you kind of see them like gesture. There's like a couple crates stacked in here as well, just because they've hit so many of these shipments that they're starting to run out of places to keep it. You know, outside of the stuff that they've sort of separated for experimentation and other various uses. We just trying to make sure it is used properly and not to destroy everyone's lives.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to do what I can to help. Cian and I would like to do what we can to help. We would like to help find whoever hacked into our system and find them.
Wouldn't we all? And she kind of like looks back to the drawing boards like very sternly. As that is happening, Mags, where are you going in this facility? What are you looking for? You are muted. You're muted.
Thank you. I'm looking for their experimental labs. Following whatever map that we went over.
All right, I don't think it requires a roll, as like Jaznah very explicitly told you where all this was. So you are able to navigate straight to there. Most people are being preoccupied in this meeting. So are you like, what are we doing here? Are you like sneaking into the lab, or are you setting up something else to sneak into the lab? What's the deal?
Well, I've already had the bird come in and just do a very general scope about, but I am looking for their experimentation and research notes on Amber, and to what end, because they've been stockpiling a lot of it, and that's never a good sign.
Okay,
Why I know that, I don't know.
So you said, so you were saying, sorry,
the
the bird is going in?
No, I
physically going
am. Yeah, I am going in. Bird's like hiding in within the illusion of the jacket. That's
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
You make your way into this lab. There are 2 other people who are working in here that you don't recognize. The other one, given Jaznah's description, is probably Anise. You see very similar looking to Annette. They are this like little hummingbird in a lab coat, and they're kind of running around doing experiments off on the far side of the room. And as you are looking around here for notes and things, go ahead and give me like an investigation type roll.
D10. Oof, that is a 9.
Okay. You like pick up a data pad and you go to like look over experimentation notes.
Mm-hmm.
Something very strange happens. With a 9, you don't get any of the information that you're actually looking for, because the second you pick up the data pad, it completely glitches out. It's almost like it knows you picked it up, because it says, "Hello, Mags," at the top of it.
The fuck? Muttering, trying to keep it on the down low, because I'm hoping the other 2 are preoccupied. Who is this?
It just says back, "We're fans of your work." And then there is a code that appears that I'm gonna send you. Everybody can look at this. I believe you guys should all, you should all have access to this. I'm gonna drop it in the general chat. This shows up.
Interesting.
Can you you should be able to edit it, I think.
Someone modding a video game. That's what this looks like.
So essentially what I want you to do is I want you to type in below all this in a different color font, or like a different color, what you would have Mags put in.
Okay.
Take as much time as you want.
All right. Damn.
As you think about that, we're going to jump over to Nevis and Rex. What did y'all end up deciding to do? You sound like you were going to be
in
super
2
up
minutes.
to mischief.
Well, I was wondering, I like the idea of, I think Nevis is drawn to the thoughts of a terrified person. The fact that Rex has terrified somebody new intrigues her. Is there any way, like, what could be done in a way that is like a little prank? Just a little
You're
prank.
asking me to come up with a prank for you?
Well, I mean, like, is there any way we can do this without Nevis being seen?
I think as they're talking, as they're like colluding, thinking of this, Rex has told her everything about him. That he's a fellow catchy. That he's that his name is Garcia. He didn't even think, he was like, I don't care what his first name was. It's just Garcia. I don't care. And is basically just like thinking through how can I, like, what can we give him, not even as a prank, but as a let's make him sweat more. He says, what if we let him know that we're onto him, and we're watching him? One screw up.
Ooh.
One slip.
And how would we do that? Is there anything in the notes that you saw that might, I don't know, if, for example, some of the information had anything important about a next shipment, a next deal, anything? What if those just also somehow disappeared from their systems? I don't know. Just kind of exciting.
They have a something they're working towards, something they're trying to get. That would push back a bit. Some procedure or plan, route, something.
A route.
Just to remind you, it was. Gosh, I also have stuff all over this. Project Rootcast.
Rootcast. Bruh,
But
Rootcast or something like that.
would anything root ring a bell in Nevis's mind? Would any of this information ring a bell to her?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, no role required. Like, you know, something about roots in a tree. Interesting. Maybe it has to do with the fact that they have that tree from the cat she there. I mean, tree. I don't think it's hard to, like, make that connection there.
Okay.
That it might be potentially related.
Okay. I want to find a way to disrupt these plans. I would love to do that. And if he, I mean, I know that you really would love to take over the casino, but imagine a world where you have both their jobs. How fun would that be? I mean, I want to see you shine, but it could be really interesting.
Imagine a world where I own it all.
I think that would be so wonderful.
Let me see your data pad.
She hands him the data pad. It's a new one.
And he puts in the number that he got for the contact of Garcia. And just puts a text message. And it's 3 simple words.
Okay.
Actually, it's more than that.
Put it in the group chat.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, do it. Come on.
It's...
Sorry, that was aggressive.
From my phone.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Don't fuck up.
I'll write it.
We're watching you.
Nevis?
Yeah.
Is this device registered to Nevis? Or is this...
Would she have registered it in the last week?
I'm gonna roll for it.
Because a couple things are about to fucking happen.
I have a response prepped and ready depending on what the answer is.
I rolled, but I didn't assign odds or evens to
Sure.
anything. Janelle, pick.
I feel like Nevis is the type of person who buys stuff from a company and has to have like the protection plan and everything because she wants all the fancy benefits on it.
Yeah, even though
so
they
I
don't
think
really.
this would be tied to your name somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. Couple things.
Okay.
Rex, first weird thing you ping is that as you type in the number and you send this, you know how at the top of a text message, like if you have someone's number saved, it comes up with the name, even if you type in the numbers? Lomond comes up as a name that was already on Nevis's device. Second, there's like typing. Like there's like little dots coming back in response to the message. And then it stops. And then it starts up again. And it just says, I don't have time for this. It was the response. You also see that there, like, any previous conversation, like, isn't on here. Obviously, it's a new device from Nevis. Like, there's no, like, loaded history. But even though the number is saved in here, there hasn't been any conversation, at least in the last week. So that's...
Did Nevis see that he did this? That Rex did this?
Yeah, Rex, are you trying to hide this at all? Or you were just
No.
blatantly... Okay.
He just typed it in, hit send, and handed it back to her. Until he saw the name come up and...
Nevis looks at her phone, tilts her head. Oh, pathetic.
What's pathetic?
My brother. My brother's pathetic. Oh, darling. I would love to run him into the ground.
This is gonna be fun.
Yes, it is.
Don't you dare say that's the end.
I'm trying to find info behind each of the options. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And of course, immediately I'm just thinking of like dropping all tables, just everything that you can to disrupt and make things kind of go kaboom. Don't pick record loop. Don't pick record loop.
Let me know which one you would do first.
Okay. Is there a way for them to insert at the top of the table basically a command doing all of it?
All of them? Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. I know enough to be a problem.
There's like a command to do all of them. This is what you would get back.
Broadcast Bloom Code. We did not forget you. We did not want this. We want it out. Oh, yes! The anarchist in their head is like, you're trapped, I can... Let me help you, and... Oh yeah. Escape. I'm setting everything free.
Are you typing in, like, let me help you, or how I can help you, or something like that?
I am in like a message. Let me help you with that. Bottom basement.